All right, welcome to session number 8, the photo album stack, where you're going to learn how to use social proof to grow virally and exponentially. And this is my number one technique to how we grew 3 pages to a cumulative, actually we're at 1.9 million likes. And this is how you can get 100% organic growth. This is how you can guarantee that your photos get shared virally and exponentially. You can leverage social proof. It's the simplest and fastest way to grow your Facebook page, and you can do it in just 5 minutes a day. Now, to be clear, probably the very first time you do this, it might take you 30 minutes, but there's a very short learning curve. The second time you do it, it should be 15. The third time you do it, it might only take you 10, and then after that, it should only take you about 5 minutes a day. And we do the photo album stack every day on our yoga page, just about every day. And it takes about 5 minutes a day these days. And you can get free fan page growth, or I would encourage you to spend $5 or $10 every time you do a photo album stack to boost your post. And I'll show you how to do that. This is an example. So our friend Malika Chopra, who owns intent.com, in 90 days of doing the photo album stack on her Facebook page, we got her 10,000 new real likes, and she spent $0 on boosting her post. She gave me the challenge, said we need 10,000 new fans and we have no money. So we did the photo album stack and she got her results in 90 days. My friend Max Simon, who owns Big Vision Business, we were able to just get his page growing very quickly. So in overnight, we got him to, I say overnight, maybe in about 7 days, we really grew the engagement, a number of people talking about this, and his likes, and he's now up to, this doesn't show up, but he's now over 20,000 likes on his page. So in the photo album stack, what you're doing is every time you add photos to your Facebook page, you're going to add photos to the same album. When you do that, Facebook reposts the same album in your newsfeed, and the likes, shares, and comments accumulate on your wall. This gets your status updates seen by the largest number of people and carries with it massive social proof, which helps your content spread virally. And it's very easy to do. On your Facebook page, you click on Photos, then you click on Albums. Then when you're in Albums, you upload your 9 photos. Now, I like to do 9 photos at a time. The reason why I like to do 9 photos is these 9 photos are very eye-catching in your newsfeed, in your fans' newsfeed. And when you can see here as an example, in this photo album stack, we have accumulated over 71,000 likes, 17,000 shares, and 1,796 comments. Now at the top of this post, it says yoga added 9 photos to our wall. We did not get 70,000 likes when we added 9 photos. We grew those. We accumulated those over time. You see, when you post one photo to Facebook, any one of those 9 photos by themselves all started with 0 likes, 0 comments, and 0 shares. And any one photo will always do that. An album is different, though. An album will retain the likes, comments, and shares. And every time you add new photos to the album, those likes, comments, and shares will display on your news feed, on your fans' news feed, and on your wall. And why is that important? Well, if you look at the arrow down at the bottom, 134,000 people saw that post. That's the magic. That's what's important. If you get lots and lots of eyeballs, lots of people seeing your post from your Facebook page. And the other cool thing about the photo album stack is, again, in marketing, I consider everything we do as a test. Every photo we post is a test, and I'm looking for the ones that get the most likes. So this example, 71,000 likes on that post. And as we're testing those 9 photos, I usually check in a day later, and I go through the 9 and I look for the one that gets the most likes. And then I'm going to reshare that one photo on our wall. So here's a great example. Out of the 9 photos, this was one of the 9 that did very, very well. So I reshared this photo on, this is, when you click through the photo album stack, this is what it looks like. This is one photo of the 9 in the stack. This is one out of the 9 did the best. So it got 241 likes. So then you just simply click the share button. and then you share the photo on your timeline. Now, if you notice, it says share on your timeline and it says yoga. That means I'm sharing on my yoga page timeline. And you click share photo, and voila, it goes on your page. And since I already tested 9 photos, this one was the best. When I reshared it on my wall, I know it's already viral because I already tested it. So I'm sharing it back on my wall, and look what happens. It it by itself gets 1,566 likes, and look how many people saw it. 54,000. And then on the top, of course, I also added a positive quote from a famous author, and then I throw in the Facebook URL. Now, in this case, it was from a customer, our customer, Sarah Lynn Smick. She's a great yogi, and she's a customer, so we wanted to give her some extra um, traffic there, and so we posted her Facebook URL in there, and it worked exceedingly well. And so when you do your posts, you can optimize your posts. So this is something very simple called news feed optimization. And it is simple because all you need to do is write a very simple call to action on your post. Now, the mistake that most people make is they write a call to action by saying, hey, like this, comment this, or share this. And that doesn't always work very well. In fact, Facebook is even trying to crack down on that a little bit. So this is different. What we wrote here says, if you love yoga, right? I love yoga. And so what I'm trying to do is to get people to write words or write a comment. When you get people to write a comment, it really gets a lot more people to see your posts, especially using power words like love or wow. Write wow if you love this. Then like and share. You can do that. That works. And you can see here, 231,000 people saw this. It was pretty spectacular. But in newsfeed optimization, what the thing that not everybody understands is that on your page, your status updates are not shown to all of your fans. So if you have a Facebook page and you have 1,000 fans and you do a post on it, 1,000 people will not see your post. In fact, typically a very, very small number, a small fraction of that will see your posts, unless you can get lots of likes, comments, and shares on that post. The more likes, comments, and shares you have, the more you get. And then people will see your posts in their newsfeed, not in your page. So it's very important to have a really clear call to action. And there's a order of weighting of Facebook's algorithm. So Facebook has an algorithm called EdgeRank, and there's a very clear order of weighting to the viral actions. So a like has a very low weighting, and a comment has a very high weighting. So in fact, if you can get a comment, I have a friend who works at Facebook who told me off the record, a comment is worth 8 times what a like is worth. And so you can see this post got 1,900 shares, but it got 558 comments. And that's the thing that was allowed it to be shared by, seen by 200,000 people. So here is an exercise for you to do for your calls to actions. And then this is going to be creating your viral post. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to do a photo album stack demonstration. So calls to actions. What call to action will get your customers to comment on your post, like, and share? So pull out a paper, and I want you to list the top 3 statements that will elicit a response from your customers. For example, if you are teaching holistic health and dieting, it feels great to be vegan. Agree or disagree? I want you to write the words agree or disagree. And what you're prompting people to do is to write a 1-word answer, agree or disagree. What's that going to do for you? Well, the more comments you have, the higher you move up on EdgeRank and the more viral your content goes. So create 3 statements. Create 3 statements that your customers care about that have a numbered answer. So here's an example for a coach. My favorite way to motivate myself, and this is what you would write on your Facebook post. My favorite way to motivate myself is 1, guided imagery. 2, accountability from a friend. 3, created a mental anchor. Then I want you to create yes or no questions that tackle your customers' greatest problems that they are looking to solve now. So, for example, you might say, you might do a yes or no question or a true or false question. So, true or false, you can lose weight by eating fats. True or false? And you're kind of doing a little bit of a trick here to get people to answer. You say it's true. If you eat healthy fats like avocados and nuts, you can actually lose weight by eating fat. That's a great way to get people to engage and write comments. And so you can do that with any content that your customers that's going to elicit a response from your readers and your customers. So go ahead and do that exercise right now on a piece of paper, and we will see you in section 9, where you're going to learn how to drive targeted traffic to your website.